and then up, and then learn how to hold your balance, right? Just do balance holding. Just balance. You have to how to balance. You could do that at home, all right? Just do it at home, right? There's stuff you could do at home. Do little jumping jacks. Learn how to put your feet together and just go down. There's a lot of exercise you could do. And then take deep breath. You have to take deep breath. Just release yourself. Deep breath. A lot of us can't do that. We'll fall back. So you have to learn how to balance yourself, because balance has to do with a lot of coordination. If you're imbalance, you have very poor coordination. So you could do your whole body, legs, squeeze, as usual, squeeze. You do all the stuff, all right? And do little jumping jacks. So if you have stairs, go up and down the stairs about 8 times every day. Go up and down, instead of just like, oh, I wish I had an elevator. That's our problem, like quick stuff. Go up and down so your body could start moving. Because you could burn calories while you're sleeping. You know that, right? If you work out, your body burns. It might not burn as much, but it still burns throughout the night. But you have to do the right stuff, right? Exercise, how to twist. Stay in one place, twist your body. You know, there's a lot of exercise, body exercise we could do to kind of release all those muscles. All right? Muscles. And another one you should do, Pastor, you could touch your toe. Go down, touch your toe, and go back up. If you can't do the toe, first do the knees. Go down, toes, and then you go back up. All right? So, you see, Bill, you're very fit, man. You should have a problem doing that. So, so as you do it, you'll find your muscles start releasing itself. And the more it releases itself, the easier it becomes. If you do it every day, you wake up, you're stressed, and you'll find yourself going throughout the day, and you could. You just kind of just go, get up, put your pants on, walk out. People injure themselves so quick. I've seen people who injure themselves just walking down the stairs. This is church, boys. Sit down. I've seen people injure themselves just walking on the stairs. I'm serious. People could injure themselves so quick, not realizing what you do and how you treat the muscle. We had the guy, very big guy in the gym. If you see him, his big arms and everything. And then he made a mistake. He took 150 pounds, and he went up. This whole thing disappeared. It just snapped. Everybody just watch it happen. They have to run and hold the weight. Take him 6 months. And even after 6 months, he still couldn't lift up big anymore. So it's very important because he did not warm up. Because when you warm up, your muscles are capable of handling a lot of stuff. If you're not warm up, what it will do, you do not know what to do. And it will just snap on you. So be careful when you go exercise that you warm up first so you do not injure yourself. Thank you. Yes, it is.
So while we're exercising, it's very important that we drink enough because we're sweating. We need to fill up the water in our body. And also, don't just drink the whole bottle. It's better just sips every few minutes. Also, put a pinch of salt in your water, or there are those electrolytes packs you can put in there to help. Yeah, not the table salt. Yeah. Also, between exercises, we know we need to take breaks to give our muscles a little pause and to get ready for the next exercise. He already said we need to listen to our body. that we don't faint or get dizzy while we work out, that our heart rate is not too high. So, what can we eat before and after the workout? Before, no heavy meal. Yeah, you should leave a few hours before you work out, because you could feel sick if you work out after a heavy meal. So if you need to eat something light, such as banana, it has magnesium, potassium in it that could help with like cramps. And then after, proteins to rebuild and to grow the muscles that we used. What are the benefits of regular exercise? Any ideas? The benefits. The benefits of regular exercise. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have improved circulation and sweat production. Very important to remove toxins and waste out of our body, because skin is our biggest organ. Did you know that? So that's also, we need to take regular showers to remove those toxins from our skin, especially after exercising. It increases our endurance and strength. And mentally, we get, just a healthier balance. We're happier. It relieves our stress. And we sleep better. But we shouldn't exercise right before sleep. Like, our heart rate could be too high and we will not be able to fall asleep. So keep that in mind. It also improves our mood because of the endorphins, and also our appetite and digestion improves. So if you're just getting started to exercise, the best way to start is just taking daily walks. Start with 20, 30 minutes every day outside in the open air. Yeah. It's a start. And then when you get used to it, you can increase it slowly, and then also start more vigorous exercise, right? So the recommended amount of exercise per week is about 2.5 hours of moderate exercise. So that's exercise where you can still talk, like you don't have to like take a deep breath every few words. So you can still talk. So that's like brisk walking, hiking, or pushing a lawnmower, walking up the stairs. And then 75 minutes of vigorous exercise, like where you just cannot talk. So what would that be? Any ideas? Jogging, running. Anything else? Any ideas? What is a vigorous exercise where you cannot talk? And then about 2 times a week, do some strengthening exercises where you strengthen the big muscle groups like back, arms, legs, abdomen, shoulders, hips. And yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna start with some exercises. Okay, we're gonna start slowly. Yeah. So we're gonna start with some deep breathing exercises. Okay? I think.
Let me see. When you breathe, how does your stomach supposed to go when you breathe in? Should it deflate or inflate? No. If you bring in air, why would it deflate? It's supposed to inflate. When you breathe out, it's supposed to deflate. It's supposed to go in. Right? Now try it. Why y'all looking like y'all having trouble doing it? Because you've been breathing wrong. I'm serious. A lot of people breathe wrong. You know that affects you. When you breathe in, stomach big, breathe out, it's supposed to go in flat because all the air is coming out. Okay? Now we got to do a little breathing exercise. So I have a clock. We got to do 30 seconds.
Need a phone?
Okay, I'm looking at the stuff. You got to hold your breath for 30 seconds. If you cannot hold your breath for the 30 seconds, you have problems. Let's go.
Maybe
5,
we start with like
30 seconds.
smaller one.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
No, a smaller one.
No,
Okay.
30 seconds is the smallest one, babe.
No, let me do it.
I love you. 30 seconds is the smallest. Look, we got to fight about this one in church, Pastor. You're not going to have to disfellowship us. 30 seconds. So we got...
Let's start slowly. Okay.
That's why I said seconds, not minute.
That's half a minute.
So 15 seconds.
No.
Okay, we'll start with 15 seconds. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Drop. What's wrong with y'all? You know you're supposed to hold your breath and talk? I could hold my breath for a minute and talk to you. Yeah. You should be able to hold your breath and talk. You're not breathing. You could talk. Right now I'm talking to you and I'm not breathing. I'm serious. This is one exercise I've been teaching for a long time. If you could do it for a minute, which means you have very strong lungs. If you can't do 15 seconds, that's bad. Because you might get yourself in situations where you have to hold your breath for more than a minute. So what are you going to do if you can't hold it for 15 seconds? Let's try 30 seconds. Seconds, I didn't say a minute. 30 seconds, it's a good exercise. It will strengthen your lungs. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hold. And by doing this, that I'm not breathing, folks. I'm just talking to you. So you're holding your breath, which means you're not thinking about it. If you think about it, it will throw you off. All right? Don't think about it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go. You guys all right? Do you guys want to go for a minute? No. Let's do 45 seconds. You see, you want to strengthen that. Look, if you strengthen your lungs, your core, it will help you. But you cannot. I remember my Zoom class I do, that we were doing breathing, and one lady one time, she goes like, oh my God, you do not understand. One day she went in town, and when they was driving, they had one foul odor, and she was able to hold your breath for 2 minutes. Until everybody in the bus was crying about it, and she held her breath, and she was testifying about it because of the exercise. She was able to do that. And we did it for like almost half a year, strengthening the lungs, and it's very beneficial. Let's do 1 minute. Let's try a minute. Just try. If you can't, we understand. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Go. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. You're holding it in. You're my wife. You better hold it in. Come on. And then you're going to start feeling better as you do it. Don't think about it. If you're thinking about it, then it becomes a lot harder. You are halfway there. Just hold that breath. Come on, hold it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Hold. 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 Are you holding, Pastor? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Now think about it though. That could save your life. And if you do it every day, the longer you do it, the longer you will realize you can hold your breath. And your lungs get a lot stronger. Do you know during COVID, a lot of people died because their lungs was not strong enough. And how did I know? Because I used to do a lot of spin class when I catch COVID when it first started. It's because of my lungs were a lot stronger to handle it. And I had all the pressure, everything was in my lungs, and I swear I felt it was about to explode. But I was able to fight it. And my lungs were strong enough. Some people, their lungs collapse on them because it's too weak. If you notice, a lot of people, they have, Samuel, sit down, please. They have that little machine that they teach you how to breathe out because it will strengthen that lungs. And you want to do that every day. You don't need somebody to do that. What you will do, you will take the time to, every morning, do 40 seconds, 35 seconds, 40 seconds to a minute, and just keep on holding it. And by the time you do it, you know they get people that could hold it for over 5-6 minutes, hold their breaths, and they're not breathing at all. The people who work in the military, the black ops and everything, their time, in order for them to get a target, they have to literally hold their breath so they do not move, pure still. So when they take that shot, it's very accurate. They have to learn how to breathe. We need to know how to do that. And you'll be surprised. Your lungs get stronger, your core gets stronger, because now you're able, you could talk. You could do like me. I could hold my breath for 2 minutes and nobody will know. I would just talk because it becomes natural. You don't want to have to, and that's our problem. Don't think about it. So I'll give you a little trick. When you take that deep breath in, just gradually let it go. You're not breathing, but you could gradually drop a little bit of air at a time. Because if you breathe in and you have all this air, it have to go back out. That's why a lot of people can't keep it, because you have all this air in your stomach. Now you're trying to figure out, how do I get rid of it? Your body want to get rid of it. But you drop it without breathing back in a little, and you feel more relaxed. Each time you drop a little bit out, your body gets more relaxed. You get more relaxed, and you'll find that you could go longer. Don't it feel good? Just try it.
I'm trying to practice talking quietly, but
Don't think about it. Just do it. When you take that deep air, because you're training yourself, right? And then you could talk. Now you could just drop it like, it becomes, you are unaware of it all of a sudden. When you're self-conscious about something, you end up doing it the wrong way. That's why a lot of people breathe wrong. When they breathe in and their stomach goes in, and they breathe out, their stomach pop out. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. When you breathe in, your stomach's supposed to pop out, breathe out, go back in.
Is it talking like the air going across your vocal cord or something?
Yeah,
So
slow.
you're not really holding your breath.
Yeah. Because all the air is in there, and all you do is talk. And the air's going out by itself. You feel really...
You're talking while you're exhaling.
Yeah, but I feel really relaxed. But you're not thinking about it. Once you start thinking about it, you're going to start having trouble. Now think about it. Let it become a normal part of yourself. You have to become one with it. That's why people do meditate. They become one with themselves. And when you start meditating, they just, like the element, everything around them, they zone out. You could talk to them and they don't even know you're there. But they could see stuff you can't see. You could see beyond what you can't see because their mind goes somewhere else. I always say when somebody goes crazy, it's not that they're crazy, their mind just went a place that it cannot come back. You think about it. Somebody who loses their mind is because their mind went too far and it's hard to pull back. So now they can't pull it back. And people think, oh, he's a crazy man. He lost his mind. He lost his mind. His mind is just somewhere that he don't know how to get it back to where it's supposed to be. They just get lost. There's no such thing as he crazy and everything. It just wanders so far out where their mind just take them places that they don't want to be. And now they don't know how to pull it back. And we do that to ourselves. Sometimes we don't know how to get in touch with our body, ourselves, where we could feel very at ease. Where stress, one who's stressed is because they start going beyond the mind. Now, if you get to your point where you just I just let everything go. It is. I asked God for that. That was one of my prayers. I said, God, do not let me stress. And now I regret it. I asked that kind of prayer because now I want to stress about stuff and it don't stress me. I'm like, I just don't know how to stress no more. Where I'm just like, and even though it's there, I'm like, it is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it. So I put myself in a position where I start making myself sick. Stress kills a lot of people. When you're stressed, you know that, right? When you're stressed, it makes you do stuff you shouldn't do. That's why people commit suicide, because their mind start going beyond it. The devil loved that. He started taking over. So there's a lot of exercise we could do, your eyes and everything, and Rebeka will go for that to you. Let me do this. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned meditation. We as Christians have to be careful about certain kinds of meditations. I know I hear people in my circle talk about yoga and deep meditation, where your body lose
Tell me out. Stop.
of what's going on around you and all that. I do know that there are great health benefits to deep breathing because that helps my high blood pressure, medication. I know when I went to a facility and my blood pressure was so high, I went and sat in the sun for 30 minutes and relaxed and breathed. When I came back, they said, "What did you do? Your blood pressure is perfect."
Okay. Now, there's two different kind of meditation. There's meditation people want to go in chant stuff. Do you know if your blood pressure is high, you go in a dark room by yourself, cut everything off, no music, your blood pressure will go down. Because you're no longer thinking, you zone yourself out. When somebody is fasting, in order for them to get there, their mind have to be cleared. And in order for your mind to have to be cleared, you have to meditate on Christ. So it depends what kind of meditation you do. What are they doing? For what reason? There's not. I don't think, Pastor, you could jump in there if I'm saying the wrong thing. I don't think there's something wrong with the medication. Sometimes God wants us. That's why Christ have asked us to go to a quiet place. And the quiet place is for you to zone out of the things of this world. Because our problem is, our thing of this world is bombarding us. It's every day. And Christ is saying, look, get into a quiet place. That's why he says, get into your closet so you could pray with him. where you do not need all the television and everything, which means you and Christ have to be one. If while you're there praying and you're in a gun shooting on the TV and pew, pew, your kids are there playing video games, how could you meditate on Christ? There's too much stuff coming in. You know, there are people who pray to God and they could easily zone out. They could be among the whole noise and they could zone out everything. Because they and God. Fasting is very important. I tell people, go fast. Fast because every time you realize Christ has something to do, he goes in the wilderness, and what he did, he fasts for 40 days. So he and the Father could become one. He didn't involve in it. He moved himself away from everything else. And your body sometimes need that. Sometimes it's too much. The stuff of this world is too much for us. The noise, the work, the yapping, your kids are driving you mad. Your husband is driving you mad. Not your husband. The wives are driving us mad and stuff like that. Just think about it. And you keep on being bombarded every day. You have to take some time for God. How could you take time for God if every day what you see, your boss is like, yeah, do this, and then you come home and the kids are complaining what they didn't get, and then, you understand me? That's why Christ said, go to a quiet place. Go in your closet, which means there's nobody there, it's you and God. Get the world out of it and zone out yourself from the world so you could hear the voice of God. Some of us can't hear the voice of God. You know why? Because there's too much noise around us. So we can't hear God. Sorry.
But I think she had a good point. You're saying with the meditation, you're focusing on Jesus, you're focusing on God, you're focusing versus what she was talking about, like more of an Eastern kind of meditation. Yeah. You like clear it. They kind of teach it like clear your mind.
And they get lost.
Gets filled with some evil sometimes. Yeah. So
Okay, so now we're going to do some eye exercises. Yeah. Because we have muscles around our eyes, so if you feel like you're not seeing very well and your eyes are getting weak, this could strengthen your eyes. Because I used to have glasses as a kid until I was about maybe 14. Then I switched to contacts, and then I got lazy, so I stopped it. And I didn't want to wear my glasses. And after some time, my eyes got better because I didn't use the glasses, which relaxed the muscles, so I used my eyes. So we are going to try some. I hope you guys can hear me. So I want you guys to look and look, like going back and forth, okay? We're just gonna do it for a few times until you feel like it's getting hard. So we're gonna do something different. And then we're gonna do up and down. Yeah, you just keep straight. Also, what helps, if you use your finger and you go up and down and you follow your finger, that might be a little easier. And you could do that like also with every side you're gonna do. And then you can do like circles. Well, you just try to. In the beginning, it can be hard to like, where am I gonna look? So you just try it. And if not, just use the hand and you just do a circle. And that might be a little easier. And then you can do the other side. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. I mean, whenever you think about it, I mean, I'm not doing that like every day, but when I think about it, I do it. Or common? Um, I don't know. But it's a good way to keep your eye muscles, to work them. And then you can do like, you did up, down, across, and then you could do like this, and like this. Yeah. Yeah, just to strengthen the part. Okay, you have some exercises for arms, legs, whatever. What we can do together.
Yeah, we can dance together. Good exercise. You see, one exercise I learned for your eyes is distance. Try and look for something the furthest and look at it. Try and focus on what you see. You see, we do not practice our eyes. Sometimes we get to be short-sighted after a while. You need to look for something as far in the trees or look for a plane that's far and try and follow it as far as you can. It really helps. It is good exercise for your eyes. We need to train. There are different parts of our body we do not think we need to train. Now, there's another part of your body a lot of people do not do anything about it. It's your hands, your fingers. Every once in a while.
Sometimes I see the sun for a few seconds.
The sun?
In the morning.
Yeah. Be careful though.
Yeah, one is
Yeah.
maybe 7,
Yeah.
37 a.m.
Yeah, okay. Be careful, don't look at the sun for too long.
Only few seconds.
It could really cause cataracts and stuff. Majority of people who have cataracts are from the island or athletes. So, yeah, hand exercise. Pull it as far as you can. How you feel? Gustavo, we crying. You haven't even started yet. I do the other one. As far as you can. Okay? Then your hands together. And you turn it over. And push it. Yeah. Because you have to, those muscles have to work. Don't get to the point where you get old and you can't, you understand me, arthritis. And then, and if you don't practice it, then later on in not this health, we'll talk more about that, what they call arthritis. In the Caribbean, the claim it was like if you have a cold and everything, but there's stuff, I will show you how to take it out. There certain juice you could do where arthritis could go away completely, because it is what you call gout. Arthritis is a form of gout. It's a crystal that forms between your bones, and it will hurt. And if you do raw cranberry and those stuff, it will help you. Yeah, it is gout. They call it the rich man disease. Only rich people does have that because they eat a lot of meat, fish, those stuff. So, yeah. So what you do, you take each finger and pull it back. One by one. Pull it back. Yeah, you have to. Come on. Yeah? You see they start popping, right? Exercise your finger. And then push it in. Just because all those, you have to release all those muscles in those fingers. If I nail crack every once in a while, it's okay. You know, wiggle your finger. They call it spirit fingers. So, you know, and then every once in a while, what I'll do, I'll pull it to make sure I stretch my fingers because they are part of your body too. You have to do that. And you could do your same with your toes. But the way we do with your feet, and then you press it. All right? And you do the same thing, stretch your feet, especially if you have cramps, put your feet and stretch it out. You will remove the cramp. There's so much we could do. It's because we do not exercise our body. We do not take the time that our body could release itself. We just get up and we're on the move, and there's so much you need to do. Start with the breathing. Know how to breathe. Do all those stuff, all those muscles. Squeeze your muscles. Feel your muscles. The shoulders, you know. Wait, sometimes you have to just, it's not whining, this is not dancing, but all your weights go back and forth.
Can we stand up and
Yes, please stand and try.
we
It
can't
feel
do
good.
it when we're sitting, right?
Yes, you can. Stand up, people. Stand up. Only exercise. We're gonna finish this now because I know we all want to take that right.
We have games after this.
But then you go and then take your time and just go forward, backward. You know, and just faster, not like that. Faster. And then this leg. All right. Stretch. You'll feel all this. And go back. And then stretch. Now, there's one exercise you could do, and everybody could do that. If you have a wall at home, all right, you go to the wall and get something heavy. This is what everybody can do at home. Go to your wall, get something heavy, get on the wall, and right here, and stay like
Go on the wall.
20 minutes. See, like that, 20
Yeah.
minutes.
I challenge you for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. But do stand slow.
Yeah, start with
And
10.
then you will find if you feel good, it will help you back.
Come on, Pastor, we
Show
can
me.
do this.
And then we normally do it with weights. Yeah. Yeah.
Down, you're rocking that boat.
Does it feel good? Yes. Does it feel good? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, so there's another exercise, man, you could do at home. Now, I'm going to show you that for your core, man. Women can do it. All right, you get at home. You sit down, right? And then this leg, you bring it up. And you will do this, all right? You do 8 sets of 15. And do this, right? And then you'll be surprised this whole thing will start going down.
Sitting down or standing?
Sitting down. Yeah, you could do it sitting down, right? Yeah? Bring it up. And then you could, and then, you understand me? It helps your side. Once those set shaken up, your stomach would find its way where it's supposed to be. But we need to learn how to strengthen our core at home. You don't have to go spend a lot of money in the gym if you don't want to. The gym is just extra. We have everything at home. What you could do though, the bottle of water you have, the big bottle of water, put sand in it. Use it for your weight, your dumbbells. You could exercise at home. You could take 2 big bottles of water, down, and then open up. Down, bring it together, open up and bring it together. Strengthen your back. Your back needs to be strengthened. Okay? You take a small bottle of water, one hand inside, and then elevate it. Don't do it this way, a little curve, elevate it. Do 15. Stop. And then you could do 15. All right? Now the exercise. Pastor, take note. There you go, right? And 1, 2, you do 15 times. Stop. 1, 2, you do 15. And then you go back, and then you do, take breaks in between, right? And if you do that, you'll find, let me tell you, you'll feel so good. It's very good for your body, and your body will just like, it'll pick up fast. But those little exercises you do at home, you don't have to go to the gym. You could do that, and then you'll find your core, you'll have a lot more strength. Now, if you feel weak, if you're feeling like, I don't feel like doing that, eat a sweet potato. Or a tablespoon of honey. It's a complex. Just like you go to your energy. tablespoon of honey, and I will bring your energy so far up, you will not know what to do with yourself. Simple stuff. You have to eat bread. That'll be your best carb. Sweet
Use your
potato.
microphone because we're live.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. If you do sweet potato, it's the best carbs you could have. Do sweet potato right before you go to the gym. Half an hour, and you go in there, and you could just work out. The pre-workout, fellas, for the guys who are in there, pre-workout is very dangerous. And let me tell you why. You have a lot of caffeine. It will give you the high for sure. But a lot of people don't realize those, hi kids. A lot of people don't realize those energy drinks require you to drink a lot of water. A lot of us do not drink a lot of water. Therefore, your kidneys start paying for it. I'm serious. And before you do that, read what's in the can. Some of them are proved to have stuff they call cocaine and all the stuff in there because it gives you a high. That's why you see guys going to the gym and and 2 days later, they'll crash. Don't drink energy drink. Don't drink coffee. God gave us everything that we want to get. Food that'll just boost up your energy. I do not do none of those stuff when I go to the gym. And I could do 235 pounds bench press. Yes, I can. I could leg press 595 pounds. No caffeine. Simply because I just know what to do. When you go into the treadmill, eat a banana. You need the potassium. Don't just go to the treadmill. And as she was saying, don't drink too much water. Let me tell you something about water. As good as it is, it could turn to poison. Like y'all looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
Too much water would poison your blood. Yes. You're not supposed to drink more than 2 gallons of water. Remember, you remember they had a contest in North Carolina? And that young lady drank 2 gallons of water. She died right there.
How long did it take her to drink 2 gallons?
It's a contest. They were just like, you know those big old jugs they sell at Publix? Those are 1 gallon. 2 of those. And she passed out, died. It poisons your blood. It will poison, as good as it is. That's why Christ asks you to be moderate. Water, as good as it is, it would do the reverse if you drink too much of it. Anything you do too much will do the reverse. It could destroy you.
Can I eat too much broccoli?
Too much of anything is not good. And then I tried on myself. When I used to eat meat, I used to love meat. I don't think anybody else loves meat more than I do. I went to Costco and I bought a big thing of brisket. I eat that by myself in 1 week. After I was done eating, I couldn't walk anymore. I had gout. My feet inflamed, just like busting. Can't put a shoe on. Can't go to work. Calling my guys, like, hey guys, y'all have to go work by yourself. I just cannot work. And then I said, okay, stop. After a week, it went back down. You could take uric acid or raw cranberry. That's what you do for arthritis. It went down. And I said, okay, let me try it again. This time I eat fish. And as soon as I start, it starts flaring up. Then I start checking. That's why with your diet, you need to start knowing what it does to your body. Every time you eat something, just check to see, how does it affect me afterwards? Because it does. You will feel the effect. Sometimes stuff will happen to you that never happened. Your stomach will start hurting. You'll feel weird, or you'll feel tired right away. That's why I do not eat out for nobody. I'm not a big out eater. That's why we don't eat out. I like to cook. I want to know what I put in the food that I eat. Because the people out there, they put just anything in the food because they're just trying to sell it. That's why we Christians have to be very mindful of what we put into that body. What God says, it is my temple, and you have to be very careful of how you treat it. Don't treat it any kind of way. Don't put anything inside of it. That's why you have to take time and exercise. And as you will age gracefully. You'll age nice. You'll be walking. Let me tell you, we had a guy in St. Lucia. He was about 85. And they had a marathon. He beat everybody that was below his age. In running. Okay? Yeah, running. Everybody below his age. Nobody could beat him in running. And he was 85 years old. So, okay, Jay?
All right.
Offering? Yeah. Gustavo, we'll do some offering and come up with your little Bible games. Can you?
We're collecting the offerings.
Ooh, I like that, Helen. Come and take me out later.
Tell them what we're doing for offering. Tell them, because my mic is.
Okay, this offering is for our mission trip. Pastor, I would like for you to go with us though in St. Lucia. We are planning it, right? We are seeing.
We haven't had a date, but we're
Yeah.
shooting for December, so
Yeah.
it will be nice weather.
And you want to St. Lucia?
Yeah, I want to go to St. Lucia. Because there are people with need. Medical.
And it's not that far.
It's not that far, it's 4 hours.
We start with
Small. We start small before we go big.
small, yeah.
And there are people in need. We got to do medical supplies and for the elderly and everything. And there are people who know. It would be good. It would be a good thing to be able to go and talk to other people and see other life. Sometimes when you move other places, when you come back, you'll be a lot humble. That's what changed my life drastically. Is traveling around the world, and I realized, hey, you need to quit complaining. Quit complaining. They get people who have better than you. You have better than them, and they complain. Say, God, I don't have that. You have that big house with bed, and you complaining.
That is so true. I went to South Africa, and there were very rich people and then very, very poor people. And it totally changed my life. When I came back, I started a ministry, and I sent some things back, but I cried when I was there because the people were so happy to see us. And when you looked at where they lived, it was
Yeah.
very sad. So I thought, what do I have to complain about?
And a lot of us do that. Even our kids does that. They have everything, and then they still complain, not realizing somebody just wish they have half of what they have, and they'll be okay.
Okay, so we're going to end with games, and then we're going to pray, and then we're going to go downstairs while Stefan is going to prepare his. We're going to play some games while he prepares downstairs, so pretty much. So Gustavo is going to lead on to the games, but we're going to make 2 lines over here, one on this side and one on this side, so you can guys line up.
Come on up. Everyone's sleepy, so we need all y'all
It's
to
an
wake
easy
up.
game, so don't be scared.
Come on. Clayton, Marty,
Let's just.
Marty.
Do you want to do?
We know that's not a real call, Pastor.
That's his excuse. Somebody called him.
Marty.
Come join us. Very easy game.
It's fun.
Let's have fun.
It's fun.
No. It's you just have to answer the question.
Yeah.
Pretty much, we're just guessing the character in the Bible.
All right, so today's game is very easy. We're going to have these 2 teams. The people in the front are going to get to answer, and then whoever answers first, you go to the back of the line, okay? So you guys keep moving, all right? So, I mean, the person that doesn't answer stays, all right? Yeah. Okay? So the name of the game is Guess the Bible Character. So I'm going to say something that either describes their character, something about their story, or something about them. And you're going to guess who I'm talking about. And I'm only going to use probably like one or two couple words. And it's not who you think of all the time. So be clever. All right? Everyone. So raise your hand if you have it. Raise your hand if you have it. No. So the first two in the front. And then whoever answers moves to the back of the line, and you guys move up, okay? All right. So the object is to guess who I'm trying to describe.
So we can share our answer if he doesn't know it.
No. Only the person in the front can answer.
Only the person in the front.
Okay.
All right? And that's, all right.
We're just calling it out. We raise our hand.
You raise your hand if you think you know who it is, and I'll call on you. All right? All right. First one, Baptist. Got to raise your hand. I got to call on you. -1 point. All right. John the Baptist. So you go to the back. Sorry, you stay. Got to raise your hand. Got to raise your hand. All right. Slingshot. David. It's okay. Long hair. You gotta raise your hand. You got. All right, Sansa, go. All right. Raise your hand. The Ark.
No one.
All right. You got this, don't worry. All right. You go to the back of the line. Wait. Back of the line. You're not done playing. Big fish. You raise first. Joan. Yeah. Dreams. No. Dreams. It could work. Yeah, she said she does. Hey, let's go with Joseph. Let's go. Yeah, Joseph. Sorry. All right. Silver coin. Judas. All right. Wisdom. Solomon. Queen. Sorry. Esther. Good job. Ear. You don't even know. Ear. An ear.
Oh, I got it.
If you don't know it, pass. Fast. Move forward. Good job. All right. Walls.
Daniel.
No.
Belshazzar.
Walls.
Jericho.
But who was leading it out?
Joshua.
Good job. All right. Vegetarian. That works. That works. There's one more. But you can, if you want to go for double points. It's all right. Go ahead. Next one. If you want to pass, you can pass. If you want to pass, you can pass. All right. Vegetarian. It works too. So you get a point for that one. Next. Still a vegetarian. It's not the answer that I want, so.
Like Shadrach, Meshach, and vegetarian.
That works too. 3 points. Go. 3 points. Vegetarian. He already said it. He already said It's not the one that you gave me. I did get a point for that. All right. Jesus. Jesus. All right. Hey, Pish. You wrote it.
So I think,
All
let's
right.
change it.
Okay. This one works for both, for multiple, okay? So you guys can do this one. Carpenter. Joseph.
Joseph father.
Who?
Joseph
Joseph's father. Yeah. Who was Joseph's father of? Who was his son? Joseph. Jesus. There you go. All right. I'm just going to keep going with what I remember. Prison. This counts for multiple, so whoever works. No, prison. Okay, prison, that works for Joseph. All right, go. Who else? Prison. Joseph. You already said Joseph. Yes. Jesus imprisoned, yes. All right, who else was imprisoned? Paul. Who else was in prison? Silas. Who else? Peter. That's the one I was looking for. All right, Apple. All right, and who else? Good job. There you go. That's everyone. Hey, everyone. Good job.
Okay, let's go ahead and end this, and then we'll go downstairs and have our cooking class with Stefan, okay? First of all, thank you for Rebeka for presenting exercise. That was fun and educational. Thank you. And thank you all for coming, and I hope you had fun. And now we're going to close with prayer as we close the Sabbath. Okay, Ta? All right. Heavenly Father, let's bow our head. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the fellowship we have here. We learn a lot of exercise, how to stretch and be mobile in our muscles. We thank you for giving us knowledge and that we can continue to apply this in our lives too, so we can be strengthened, and not only physically but also spiritually. We thank you so much for Rebeka that presented, and thank you that you've given her time. I know she's a busy mom, but you have given her strength to do so, and so has Stefan. You may bless them and bless those people that came. And thank you for Gustavo for leading the games, and for everyone that contribute their time to be here. I pray also that you may bless the food that Stefan is preparing and be teaching, that it will give nourishment to our body, soul, and mind. We thank you for this Sabbath. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, tomorrow, yes. So thank you. So tomorrow we're going to be meeting downstairs at 4 p.m. We're going to start with a study. We're going to start with singing praises, all the praises that we have collected during the week when we did a global week. And then we're going to pray, and then Stefan is leading out the study, a Bible study, and then we're going to end with light meal. Okay, so tomorrow at 4 o'clock, probably for a couple hours. If you are willing, or if you're coming, and if you're willing to bring something to contribute, something little small, not too big, because it's called light meal, right? So it doesn't have to be a feast. You're welcome to do so. I think some of us, 3 persons, are already offered to bring some. So if you're, available to do it, feel free to bring some and share, okay? Anything that you can cook, I don't know. I don't know much about food. All I know is to eat. I'm kidding. Anything, Helena, I know Bill bought some, what did you bring? Bowl? Who's going to eat a bowl? Oh, frozen fruits, so fruits. I haven't thought of, I know Carmen, she's going to think about it tomorrow. Me too, I'm going to think about it tomorrow. I think Muse is also contributing small amount. So, yeah. But if you cannot you're not obligated to bring food. I know you don't have to be pressured to bring food because you're coming, but we're just glad that we just hope that you could come and join us for the spiritual food as well. Okay? All right, so the cooking class is downstairs. When you go out here left, everybody knows that's the stairs, and you'll see it. You'll smell the food too. All right, thank you guys for coming, and enjoy your Sabbath.